Okay, I'm back. About 24 hours later. New day. I hope this finds you well. I hope everything is well in your world. Okay, so last night I spent some time in front of the telly, and what I did was I gathered not all of them, some of the strips and ribbons, fabrics, etc., that I had torn into strips, and I gathered them in various ways. This one turned out to be a flower. That was the first one. I think I did this on camera, and there are actually two layers there, which I think is kind of cool. I didn't think about pulling this up. And oh yeah, that's got to happen. What a cool idea. I don't know, this just started happening. Like, I'll show you something in a moment. Excuse the vacuum in the background. The man of the house is doing the vacuuming, because the woman of the house doesn't vacuum unless she's absolutely desperate to do it. And the man of the house vacuums every single day. Okay, almost there. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that's even cooler looking. Okay, this one, sorry. This one actually I twisted. So if I were to untwist it, oh, now I can't even untwist it. There we go. Well, I did this, but I twisted it like this. And these on the ends sort of came out to look like flowers, especially that one. I love the way this one looks. So that's all twisted. This one and this one, that one, and that one. What I did was I'll show you on another strip. So when I was stitching it, instead of stitching in the middle and just gathering it, I went up in a like upside down V. I did like a zigzag, a sideways zigzag. I went up and down, and then I pulled it. And this one I think shows it the best. I really love that because it's sort of like, and this one shows it really well too. I'll hold that up to the camera. Oops, turn it towards the light. Show me the light. So it comes out differently than just a gathered piece of fabric like this, or like this, or like this. So I can show you on this one, if I were to twist it, that it comes out differently. See what it starts doing? But that one didn't stay as well. And then these three, did I do the zigzag on this one? No, this one I just twisted. This one I did in the center, but I twisted it. And sometimes it just did it itself. Like this one I could put on round. I can stretch it out and put it that way. So I think I have enough. I did not check last night. I sort of got tired of doing it. I don't know if I'm going to use that one. So I'm going to check today and see how much space these take up, because you don't want these to take up all of the space. Now I also have this yarn, this wool that I can use, and I think this is alpaca wool, and I made this yarn years ago. It's a thick and thin. I just used a bunch of leftovers and I spun this myself. So there's a lot of colors in here that would go perfectly. I don't think I'd stick that in there, but like these first colors right here on this part, I would definitely incorporate some of those, I think, if I can figure out how. And there's also this color, which is sort of a rusty color. I spun that yarn myself too. Yeah, there's a lot of things left. I found some burlap. I don't know if I'll incorporate the burlap into this one. I have this like cork ribbon. Cork ribbon, yeah, so it says. I don't know if I'm going to try to incorporate this as well. Goodness gracious, my speech today. Like I could, ow, feels like something's biting me. I didn't try gathering this because this is kind of stiff. I don't think I'll use that. And I had some other pretty ribbon here, and I have some leather. I didn't know if this might work or not. And I didn't try gathering this last night, although I could just do that and stick it on. What I don't have besides this yarn is big fluffy yarn to stick on like is shown. I also have these locks, but I don't think I'm going to use these. These are just pure locks from a sheep, a very long haired sheep. I also have these locks here. So I have some of this yarn. I have a lot to choose from. I went stash diving in my stuffs last night, and today we went to Joann's to buy some threads to dye and the liquid dyes, and I bought these two because, you know, I mean, this is going to go perfect with all of that, right? I didn't think to get a peach. I don't know if they have a peachy color there. That's what I meant to look for. But anyway, I didn't make a list. I don't know. I've been in a weird mood. So, I'm going to start putting these things on and see where they fit. Now, I know in the inspiration photographs, like that's huge. I know that they didn't like cover every inch of this with this kind of stuff. They left lots of space for lots of French knots. Now that's all very, what I'm looking for is to kind of split up the color scheme a little. So I don't know whether to put that in the center and then build around it. Like that could go there. And that could go there. And then I could put French knots in the spots in between. And then that's really pretty. That could go under there. And then, see, like I might have too much here. I have this, what else do I have? And this ribbon. See, I have a lot. It might be too much. I don't know, this isn't working for me, I don't think. And I thought about making this half the size it is. Maybe I'll do this and see what happens. The fun part of this is the experimentation. So, and the gathering went really, really easy. I mean, it's just thread and strips of fabric, right? It doesn't get any easier than that. See, I like that as a flower. And then trying to figure out how to incorporate that and that. I'm thinking that I went too small of a heart. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's pretty. I like that there. All right. I think I'm going to start trying to stitch these down. And then if I wanted to incorporate some of this, I don't know where I'd put it. I could tuck that in like that. Yes, I could do that. All right, I think first, now I gotta remember what I did. I think first I'm going to, I'm going to be making another one of these. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to move a little bit this way. All right, I am going to stitch around the outside of this. And I am going to use some of my Eleganza. Question is, which one? That's pretty, but it's got green in it. I don't know that I want that. I think I'm going to go with this one. Eleganza. And this is EZM 1051, 1051. And I will tell you, I've mentioned Kelly Ann's Quilting in a couple of my last, in my last couple of videos. And she sells individual spools. Now, she does not have the whole entire range, but she has a nice wide variety. So I will put her link. It's an Etsy shop, and all you have to type in, if you don't want to follow the link, is Kelly Ann's Quilting. KELLYANNS Quilting. And she used to own, I'm going to try the chain stitch here. We'll see. And I don't know how long this hoop is going to last for me either. She used to own a quilting shop here in Virginia. And now she sells felt. She has a lot of Sashiko supplies as well. She has some of the printed fabric. She has threads. So yeah, check her out. She doesn't know I'm mentioning her on my YouTube channel, but go give her some love and tell her that I sent you. Don't stitch the fabric in, Martha. This is the first time I've used a chain stitch, which is very much like the daisy stitch, except instead of just going down here, you just go back here and link it in like a chain stitch. Yeah, if you do buy from her, she is here in Virginia in the US, and just mention in a note to her that I sent you her way. As I said, she doesn't know that I'm mentioning her on my YouTube channel, but I'd appreciate it. I like to know that someone's coming to me. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. From someone else, if that's what's happening. Like if you came over because Christine or Corinne or somebody mentioned me, then I appreciate that too. And if you go to someone I mention, I appreciate that too. I'm losing my line, my pencil line. I guess I could have done this part off camera, but didn't think about it. Did not even think about it. So you're stuck with me. You can fast forward through this part. I probably won't say anything interesting or important. Oh my gosh. I have no life other than sitting here and doing this. But we went out this morning. I wanted to go to Aldi because they have a roll-up wooden top, I think it's bamboo or something, table. And that kind of table would be perfect for us when we use the van for outside, a roll-up table is a very convenient thing when you're traveling in a van, because there is like such little storage. So this table wouldn't take up much room. However, when I checked it online, it said it was only 16.5 inches high. And I thought, I want to go see the packaging and just see if it indeed is only 16.5 inches high, or if it had expandable legs or something, because the Aldi website doesn't give a whole lot of description. And so we went, we sought it out, I found it, and sure enough, it's only 16.5 inches high. So it's like, I'm going to unwind my thread. It isn't any use to us. I need a table that has a roll up top and legs that are table height, so that I can cook on it outside, or we can sit at it outside. And 16.5 inches is not very high at all. It's not even 1.5 feet. So no use at all. Nice table, nice concept, wrong size. And the ones they want online for that are like $69, and this one was $30. So I guess, you know, if that kind of table works for you, then yeah, that would be good. So I like to peruse, because all their, you know, their new sale stuff comes out on Wednesdays, their new selections. And I got the lamp that I'm using on my desk now, and I have used this one and another one that sits in the living room. So if I want to work in the living room, I have the right light. They're LED desk lamps, and I got both of them 2 different years in a row. BC, I just say BC as in before COVID, for like $19 each, and it was the before school sales. And I absolutely love these lamps because they're just the right amount of light for me. They are LED. I don't love that, but you know, that's all you can get nowadays, so it is what it is. But anyway, this is coming out really pretty just with this thread around it. I could see a lot of possibilities for this. Anyhow, so my hand doesn't want to work, my left hand. I'm not a lover of handheld hoops, and I don't have a hoop stand, so I love to freehand a lot more, but it is easy to sew on if you have a hoop, so there's that. Anyway, so we're walking around the store. My yarn just keeps twisting, and I haven't found any of these lamps since the last time I bought them. I keep hoping every year at the, like, you know, before school sales, like in August, when kids are going back to college and all that, that they'll come back out with these lamps again, but I haven't seen them. So that's been disappointing. But we did walk around, and I found some dishcloths, and they were $3.99 for a pack of 6. And they were in my colors, blue and white. So that was a good deal. And they're nice sized dishcloths too, to wash the dishes with. Okay. All right, that's my last one for this thread. Tie that off. Wasn't quite long enough to get around. Look how neat my back is. Woohoo! Won't look like that when I'm done. Yeah, so I did walk away with something anyway. And then we went down to Joann's, and I bought size 12, two size 12 and two size 8 thread spools, white, and 4 skeins of 6-stranded white thread, DMC floss, and blue, red, and yellow. Let's see, what do I have to do here? Hold on. I have to think. The brain has to engage here. Blue, red, and yellow liquid dye, RIT dye. And we are going to try painting some thread and make our own variegated colors. And we're trying just those basic primary colors first. My line is, I was losing sight of my line here. And we'll try those first, and we'll try mixing them. And if we like doing it, and we do enough of it, then down the road, I'll probably use a different dye. But for now, I've used the powdered RIT dyes for ice dyeing before, and you've seen my fabrics with that I've ice dyed. But there aren't any videos that I have found yet. I found one gal. I don't know where I found the video because it's not in my YouTube history, strangely. And it's, I don't know if I just found her on Google, but I haven't found her again. I've looked, but I haven't found her again. But anywho's, she was like, oh, I don't really measure. I just plop this in. I do this. I do that. But she wasn't painting threads. So I'm planning on painting the threads. I haven't really found, I found people who do, my brain, I'm sorry. I keep pausing because I have to think. They do whole skeins of thread, a whole batch of thread in a solid color. But no one that I've actually found yet that uses RIT dye. I've found some that do the Procyon dyes and how they paint their threads. But it's not hard. I did it once before with some other dyes. Can't remember what, but I know I've done it because I have a couple of cards in my box of threads that I have done myself. But anyway, yeah, we walked around the rest of Joann's, but I didn't really see anything else. I know they've been putting all of their like fabric on sale. Like last week, I think every cotton they have was on sale, and a lot of their other stuff, outdoor fabrics, and I mean, they had all kinds of stuff on sale. Like everything was on sale. But I did not go because I have enough fabric. And I really do want to dye some of my own. Now during the winter I thought, well, I'll do some dyeing during the summer. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. Maybe I'll dye in the winter. Dye fabric and threads. Not dye drop dead dye, because I don't want to do that. Thank you very much. Been there, done that, don't want to do it again. Yeah. Not a pleasant experience either. Okay. Well, there's the heart. Whoops. You go that way. I'm going to put you through there. Bring you out this side. All right. Look at you go, girl. All right. So if I don't get this done all in this video, minus all the French knots, because I probably won't subject you to that torture. Yeah. No reason for you to suffer through that. If I don't get it all done, I'll do another video on this, second video.